Welcome to Greg's MMA Corner. He has put you in a body bag. He's got his picks for Fight Island this week. Greggy, give it to us.
All right, boys. My bad. Had to move this. Yeah,
I've been looking forward to this segment of the show all night long.
I
He is
have.
fired up. He has not stopped talking to us about MMA and the picks that he has. What's the guy's name? Umar Nagrogadev.
No, no shot.
Umar,
We're looking at him.
Umar,
Never get back up.
Umar Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, one of these days. So, yeah, yeah. So on Wednesday morning, I had him as my first play on the card. I had the under in his fight, under 2.5 rounds. And I mentioned on the show, I didn't play it though, but I did mention that I think he'll win by submission. And he won and subbed him out in the second round. That was a plus 170 winner. Cashed out to the bank. Unfortunately, the next four picks were not cashed. Neil Magny definitely let us down.
He got beat up.
He got beat up, Chiesa, he definitely looked like the better wrestler in that fight, and Magny had no answers for about 22 minutes of that fight. He came on in the last round. That was probably the only round that he won because every judge gave him one. But yeah, that was a disappointment. And the other fight was Leron Murphy. I would have loved to have been able to tell you guys to take him on the money line. But it was a 350 money line, and I don't suggest that to anybody. He's knocked out everybody previously, so I suggested that. But what I did not know going into that fight, and I will take all the heat in the world for that, was Andrade, who he fought in 29 fights, has never been knocked out. That is my fault to the public for not letting you know that information previously. But he did end up winning the fight. But for our bets, they don't cash. Moving on to this weekend, UFC 257, boys. I got to get you more hype.
Look
by
at
the
that
week.
smile.
I'm waiting to hear
that's
a
the
winner.
first smile I've seen from Greg all night long.
Because,
Since,
man,
since
because
Tuesday.
Saturdays are my favorite day.
not
Real
Monday,
Saturday is your
Tuesday,
favorite
all
day,
the
man.
past 5 days that he hates.
They've been bad days.
We got
UFC on
day till Saturday.
Wednesdays? Come on.
Greg
All right.
is working for the weekend.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we're going to start off this card with the main event of the night. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, round 2. I have Conor McGregor money line at a minus 305. I know I just said I don't recommend taking lines that big, aka Leron Murphy. I am taking Conor McGregor minus 305 on the money line. I have no choice. I think he's going to win this fight handily. This fight happened 6+ years ago, and McGregor knocked him out in the first round. Dustin Poirier at that point, different fighter. He was up and coming, making his name, and when you call out McGregor and you have you have wins to back it up, he's going to fight you. At that point, you're going to lose, and that's what happened. He got knocked out in the first round, and I do expect McGregor to knock him out as well this time around. I'm not going to call first round knockout because that would be silly, although the prop line is favorable. I think it's like a plus 450.
I will check for you right now. I'm literally on it.
Cool, if you have that, that'd be great. But
Conor McGregor first round by itself is plus 155.
to knock him out in the first
Doesn't say knockout first round. I don't have that yet.
It's probably just to win in the first, like to take it in the first round. But I'm going to take McGregor by KO or TKO at a minus 177 as well. So it gives me leeway to get that win anywhere within the 25 minutes of this fight, which I expect to go shorter than that. My next play, I'm only looking at 3 fights in this on this card, although it's a 14-card fight. I'm going to go Albazi minus 110 against Zumagulov. It's I believe it's the first match on the card. Albazi is a -110. They're both -110 actually. Zumagulov should have won his first fight, uh, but he got robbed on the scorecard. Honestly, he beat up on the other guy. I don't know how he lost that fight, but although he should have won, was not impressive. I'm going to tell you now, it was not an impressive fight at all. Albazi, he did look impressive in his first fight. He subbed the man out. I believe it was the second round. So I'm going to go with Albazi there. And my last fight on the card, I'm going to go with newcomer to the UFC, Michael Chandler, at a +115 against Dan Hooker. I can't stand Dan Hooker. I think he is a fraud.
Hold on.
It doesn't have anything to do with his last name.
Yeah, it does. I was gonna say we need to acknowledge Morgan laughing at the word hooker. Like a 4-year-old.
Morgan's a chop.
Yeah. I can't do math. We've established this. I'm a child.
Yes, that is correct.
Dude.
But yeah, Michael Chandler, he's coming from the Bellator Association of Mixed Martial Arts. You know, it is 1B to UFC's 1A. He's been a champion. He is top class. I've seen him fight a few times, and he's very skilled. Dan Hooker, he's top 10 ranked fighter in that weight class, but I don't see anything special about him. I think Chandler comes in, makes a statement to the UFC, and ultimately is a contender for the belt.
Ooh.
So
hot take.
Yeah,
well, early in the career, hot take.
Honestly, once he wins this fight, he's going to be ranked in the top 10. That's kind of just how it works. He has pedigree just from his name and his background. You know, everyone knows about Michael Chandler. They've been trying to sign him to a UFC contract for a long time, but he's been loyal to Bellator, and now he's finally coming over. So I'm excited about that. He's at a prime age of like 32, I believe, and he's got plenty of time to go for a title shot. Yeah, so I'll recap that real quick. I have Chandler against Hooker. Chandler -115. I have Albazi at a -110. And a McGregor -305. And -177 for KO or TKO.
Cool. I do have a bet for UFC. I will be taking McGregor knockout first round as well as McGregor knockout second round for the props and just in general because I do believe he will knock him out. I'll be taking to win by knockout. For on my book it's -200, so I'll take that over than just a straight money line, which is I believe is free money. And don't get me wrong, because I do know I know the main fighters. Poirier is a very good fighter, but
yeah, he is. He's no joke.
No, he's not. But McGregor's in a different class. People shit on him. People don't like him. That man works harder than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. And Poirier just beat Dan Hooker last time out. I mean, Poirier,
Stop laughing, Morgan. It's not that funny.
Come on. It's funny.
Okay.
Just call him Danny.
Yeah.
Danny boy.
Yeah, so Poirier beat Danny last time out. And he's only lost two fights since Connor's fight 6 years ago. One was, way back to Michael Johnson years ago. And the other fight was as recent as 2 years ago, and it was to Khabib.
Khabib. How do you say his last name?
I'm so disappointed in you.
That's all it is.
I'm giving it a break. I'm still focused on it. I'm still focused on the Hooker part, but it's Nurmagomedov.
That was the closest you've been so far.
That was good. That was almost natural.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't
I was
trying.
actually
You had it. You just mixed parts
honestly,
around.
I pulled it up on Google and I had it phonetically found out the word for me.
And you still got it
So
And
wrong.
you still said it wrong.
I still got it wrong, but we're making some progress. Nurmagomedov.
Nope. That's enough. I've had enough of him.
Yeah.
Nurmagomedov. But all right, Billy, I don't have too much intake on MMA. I don't know it as much. Obviously, I'll be watching the McGregor fight. McGregor's fucking awesome to watch. I'll be on McGregor. If Greggy believes in what's it under 2 round of the knockout or whatever it is, I will. I'm going to ride with what Greg knows because he knows MMA better than I do. I won't go nuts on the betting of it, but I want to sprinkle some in there. I'm going to ride with him. He knows much more than me, even though he got the couple picks wrong with I don't know how to say it, Magny, whatever the guy's last name is. I don't know how to say these guys'
Yeah,
last
Very
names.
good.
that was
Magny.
just tough. He
All right,
just didn't come out
we got
hot. I
that
watched
one.
that fight.
I'm not a
He
big
did.
fight guy, so I don't obviously know who
Yeah,
Umar Nurmagomedov is, but
we can
I'm gonna
tell
ride
that
with Greg. He
that
knows what he's
you're not
doing.
much of a fighter. I know Philly's not known to be much for fighters. You know, you
Mhm.
guys had that fake Rocky movie, but besides that, you guys don't know shit about fighting.
Whoa! You don't come at Rock.